some crusty, poopy intake valves. So on the DI engines, they're kind of notorious for getting carbon buildup on the intake valves because fuel is not sprayed past them. The injectors spray the fuel directly into the cylinder, therefore there's nothing to clean the valves. Okay, so here's what I'm going to use for trying the decarb. I haven't done one on a DI engine. So I found this stuff, CRC, GDI, IVD, basically intake valve and turbo cleaner. So it seems like something specific for decarboning the intake valves. I was just going to use something like this. So this is just a throttle body cleaner, CRC again. You know, this is for cleaning throttle bodies, carburetors, all that type of stuff. I used that back in the day. It seemed to work pretty good. So we'll try one of each. And then I used this super clean for degreasing the engine, and it worked pretty damn good. So you know what? We're going to do a comparison on cleaning up those carboned up intake valves on our Mark 6. See which works best. I just have a 24mm socket and a ratchet down on the crank bolt, and I'm going to use that to roll the engine clockwise, and if I can roll the crank and those valves are not moving, then I know it's safe to work on that cylinder. Okay, so I just rolled the crankshaft. Those two valves on number 1 cylinder did not move, so I'm going to tape up the other 3 cylinders, and we're going to get to work cleaning out number 1 cylinder intake valves. So where we're at right now, cylinder 1 intake valves are closed and cylinder 3 intake valves are closed. So we can do 2 right where the engine is right now. Just gonna tape off the other cylinders so nothing goes in them. Hopefully this tape sticks. We'll find out because that cleaner is gonna work against it. So we said 1 and 3, so 2 and 4, they have valves that are opening or closing. There we go. So now we're going to get some screwdrivers and go digging for gold. We're going to try to mechanically or manually scrape up and dislodge as much of those big carbon pieces as we can, and then we'll go to town cleaning with the degreasers. And there we are. There's our custom-made carbon scraper tool so we can get into those intake ports. Let's see how it works. Here's where we're at. I've been scraping chunks out of these ports for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes or so. And you can't see like this. So best I can kind of show you here, that's where we're at with all the carbon I've removed from the intake ports. So that's number 1. And there's number 3 over here. 3 came out better, but I have better access. So this is all the big chunks that I was able to kind of gather just to try and show how much stuff's in there. Okay, so we have 1 and 3 cleaned best we can with scraping and removing the big chunks of carbon. Again, those intake valves are both closed in each of the cylinders. So I'm going to start to put some cleaner in there and get it to soak while I go and build my special tool. So on cylinder 1, we're going to use the CRC intake valve and turbo cleaner. So we'll get that in there, allow this to start to soak and break down some of that carbon. Okay, we got a good amount in there, so we'll let that start to soak. On cylinder 3, I'm going to try this super clean. It worked fantastic as a degreaser. We'll see what it does to the oil and grease and carbon in there.